What's going on, everybody? Welcome to Group Chart Analysis. It is Sunday, July 8th, 2018, and we have ourselves a good week coming up. You know, last week was NFP. The week before, it was a lot of consolidation, mainly because of, the yen and whatnot. A lot of news happened the last couple of weeks. So it was definitely entertaining and exciting / stressful last couple of weeks. But now we are into July. NFP is over with until next month, and now all we got to do is look for these setups go back to normal. So with that being said, let's look at these pairs. I added in a couple two more pairs that that we're looking at. So what I'm going to start doing is I'm going to start analyzing the pairs that we're currently in as a whole, because right now the few pairs that we're in are gold, ACAD, and Chief JPY. So not telling you where or when right now, just letting you know that's what we're going to be looking at. So let's start with Euro USD, and we're going to see what we're going to be looking at for this week and what to expect. So last week during Friday, I think during the analysis, or was it Thursday, we wanted Euro USD to be looking for a buy. So if you traded NFP and you took the analysis, you would have made some money. NFP went directly in the direction we wanted it to go, so it was nice. It shot up and it shot towards that daily water that we had predicted. So it was a good overall analysis. It worked out beautifully, but I still don't believe it's going to shoot up crazy high. We'll see how everything goes though when I look at this chart. Let me draw this up here. See this? I'm about to sneeze. I can feel it. Took out all the highs here. This was the recent high. What is going on? My grip on this laptop is not good right now. That's the most recent high. Takes it out. So that's a new high. We have another high up here. This is how much room we have. From there to there, we have about 80-something pips. So what I want you guys to do, look for buying opportunities as of right now. Nothing is saying look for sells. It's overbought, but it's not divergent. That only means that we should be looking for slight pullbacks back to the upside. So y'all are going to be looking for something maybe like this. Drop down, shot back up. All right? So pullbacks, especially Sunday, so trap days, pullbacks induce the sellers. Things too high, they all think it's going to sell. And then they hit the EMAs, they hit this recent support, they hit recent supply and demand zones, and they'll reverse the other way. So I'm going to be looking for this to shoot down towards the 1 hour water. If it doesn't take it out, we'll be looking for that buys. If it does take it out, we'll be looking for it to retest and go back. But I don't think it's going to retest. I don't think it's going to break it. I think it's going to maintain it, and it's going to continue with the now uptrend. So that is what I want you guys looking for, is just buys. Okay? Just buys. U Chief, same exact thing as Euro USD except opposite. So sells. Daily broke out of this trend line that we had drawn out. NFP went directly with it. So if you could have made some money on Friday, if you would have taken the analysis, awesome. We're going to be looking for sells. It broke this support. It's going to the next support. So overall, pull back. Looks exactly the same, just upside down. Pull back to the upside, bounce off the blueberry / water, and then continue down with the trend. You're just looking for pullbacks, but I do expect you guys, as of right now, beginning of this week, to keep looking for sells. That one's pretty simple. GBP USD, I do believe this is actually going to shoot up just a little bit more through a semi-railroad. It's not like the best railroad, but it's right on the weekly. The daily looks good. I believe it's going to shoot up to that daily water, giving us a little bit more room. It's coming out of the volatility band, going up towards that stationary 50 on the TDI, which is the EMA 50 on the daily. So let's look at the 4 hour. 4 hour, which right off of that Mayo. There is no divergence. So all you have to do, same things as EU and UChief, is just look for pullbacks. It's bouncing off of that blueberry right now. If anything, what you could do, maybe wait for a push down towards the catch-up, which is the 15-minute water, and then a shot back up towards the blueberry, which is this resistance zone. If it does shoot down a little bit more, we could expect possibly a nice 35, 36 pip rise easily right back to the recent high. But just wait, see what happens. If you want, either wait for the catch-up to be broken, right? where, that's on the hour. You could expect it to possibly shoot down towards the 1 hour water. And then same thing, you're going to be looking for the buys. So continue with the trends, continue the direction that it's going, but understand that it is overall a downtrend. Right? So don't get that mixed up. Don't buy forever. Just say, oh, we said buy, buy, buy. It will hit a point which I believe will be that daily water. So if you guys are looking for a price right now, look for it to be a buy potential up until about 1.33802. So 1.33802, that's where I want you guys to stop trading for buys if you are trading for buys, and just start analyzing the market to see what it does. That's right up here. All right. So we'll see what happens over the next couple of days, but definitely keep looking for buying potential on GU. UJ's been doing its thing. It broke the trend line here. It's been retesting it over and over again. It could possibly shoot up. The reason why we're not in it right now, just because of the indecision, but I still believe that this thing could actually shoot up a little bit higher based off of the higher time frame, such as the weekly. It's over the stationary 50. It's still within the volatility bands. And here on the daily, it's still above the stationary 50, which indicates uptrend, hence buy. So I will be looking for some potential in buying this. It's bouncing right off the trend line right now. It's not my favorite pair of trade as of right now, but if you guys are looking for something, that would make the most sense. So look for that, be patient for it, and then we'll discuss what happens. I'll be coming back to this pair tomorrow just to see exactly what happens tonight. So just be on the lookout for that. What do we got here? AU. So AU, exactly what we predicted. It shot up for NFP. If you made money on AU, good shit. Expect it to keep pushing up towards that daily water, right up to there. So the recent daily high matches up perfectly with the water. You guys are going to be looking for it to push up to about 0.74856. Right, 0.74856 would be like the buying potential. Daily, you're going to be looking for the same things, guys, since it's already been pushing up. Look, it's been breaking the highs here, broke the high right here. You got yourself a new high. So it's either going to consolidate, push up, or consolidate, draw back, and then push up. So let's look at the 1 hour. 1 hour, it's overbought. Could consolidate. It's okay. Ideally, what you want to do, if you're trying to be smart on entries, if you're really trying to be like sniping, wait for this to pull back towards that catch-up, break the catch-up, or towards that water, and then shoot back up. All right, so pullbacks to the downside, and then buying potential once it does the pullbacks. We'll see maybe towards like this entry right here, or you could possibly look for this spot there. So maybe pullbacks towards like 0.74236 or 0.74110. Those would be like the best areas for pullbacks and re-entries. So that's what you're going to be looking for. But remember, this is overall a downtrend. This is just the expected pullback. Okay, this is only a pullback. So do not continue to buy forever. We will be looking for sells later this week. GJ's been playing around. Still got room to possibly be a buy. I still think it's going to shoot up. It's hitting the daily water right now, so I would be careful with this pair just for a little bit. It's throwing wicks to the top. Not divergent, though. It hasn't been overbought, so what we can possibly do is be looking for this to pull back a bit. Just like I said on UJ, I was retesting that trend line. And then what we could do is look for this to possibly shoot down and then back up, right back up. Right? So look for it to be dropping right now once it gets into this blueberry/water zone. And then we'll be looking for buying potential for it to go back up to the upside. We'll see how this one goes. All the JPY pairs I'd hold off on right now. So just be careful with those. Euro AUD, we still have on the weekly, possible head and shoulders popping up. It just formed a nice hanging man up to the top. That little, can't even say it right. The candlestick pattern. So it's definitely in selling potential. It was divergent up here. I just think it's been holding off for the last couple of weeks. Like I said, once it hits the zone, it's going to be looking like, it's going to consolidate for a couple of weeks. That's what they do. The daily kind of looks like a small head and shoulders here itself. It's not perfect, but it's still within that zone and it's still valid for sells. So we'll definitely be looking for sells on EA this week. Notice how it wicked up to the top but did not take out that wick, so this is still valid. If you're looking for this to be a nice solid drop based on this 4 hour, we'll want to see a break in that 4 hour water here, right? And then a retest for it to drop down to the next EMA, which is also lined up with this low of 1.56950. All right, so that's what we'll be looking for this week at least. I want to be looking for sells, so that's something that I'll bring to the attention of anybody that's in my group. Personally, we'll be looking at that on easily. Double top, yeah. So look for sells this week. Best thing would be wait for it to break this 1 hour Mayo, and then look for the pullback. So keep an eye up on that one. That one could be a potential sell for this week, coming like tonight, going into tomorrow. So let me write that down real quick. Let me write this down. Is looking good for a sell. So that's my one pair that I'm looking at. All right, so the trades that I'll show you guys that right now, the trades that we're currently in are ACAD, and this is my other account. So we have ACAD for buys right now. If you guys look at this weekly, it's been consolidating towards that low, went down towards the blueberry, didn't take it out, threw a nice hammer right at the bottom there, so to finish off that little a nice little candlestick pattern. So overall, we will be expecting this to shoot up to that recent weekly high. If you guys look here on the, I'll show you the exact zone. So we'll be looking for this to be, come on, a buy up to that. I'm trying to wait for this thing to load, sorry. All right, here we go. Looking for it to be a buy around here, all right, which is 0.98444. I like that number. And it's 616. I like that number too. So you guys will be looking for buying potential around there. Once it gets to around this area, that's when we'll possibly be taking our profit. So it's going to be looking good to that area. All the higher highs been shooting up. The volatility bands are starting to expand. It broke out of the stationary 50 to the upside. Everything leading to us to believe, so as of right now, to go to the Mayo on the 4 hour. So that's what we're going to be seeing tonight is buying potential on ACAD towards that Mayo. The 1 hour looks good right up to that recent daily high, which the 1 hour blueberry is the 4 hour Mayo. So buys. You're looking for buys. Chief J. Currently, we have it in for sale. Could have been a little premature. Doesn't mean we're holding it, just to see possible re-entries. But I do expect this thing based off of what I've been looking at. Let me see if I can show you guys. We'll go to the weekly. Weekly is showing downtrend. It will eventually drop down to this area, right down to here. That horrible drawing. Right across here. That's what we're going to be looking for. Here on the weekly, it could possibly wick up a little bit higher and then drop. So I'll be paying attention to that very closely to see if there's any either possible re-entries or if we have to take our little losses and then kind of look for another entry on there. We'll look for that to happen. But it is in a massive consolidation zone, so it could be a little tricky. Still beneath the blueberry. What I would like to see on the hour I would like to see this thing drop towards that 1 hour blueberry. So that's what I envision. That's what I predict is to watch this thing go back down towards that 1 hour blueberry, and that's what we'll be looking for our take profit. So I'll be on top of that this week, as well as Josh and Cole. So we'll be having some fun with that. GA, let's see. There's just too much going on here. Hold on. All right, so GA weekly. It is still uptrend, but it's hitting this little catch-up area. I think it's going to come down here in the catch-up towards the water here. So I'm going to be looking for sells this week on GA, which lines up with AU for the buy. Daily, it's consolidating here. It's been consolidating for the last month and a half, but it is still valid for sells. So this GA and EA also correspond with one another too. So you guys are going to be looking for sells on GA. It may not move like crazy, but just know that over time, it will take this drop. We will be looking for a sell. So don't be looking for crazy momentum in one candlestick. Like, it's not going to happen unless it decides to break out and there's some news. Don't expect it. Just be ready for these selling opportunities. You may have to hold this sell a little bit longer than usual, but it's still valid for sells on the higher time frame. So just be ready for this drop to happen, and when it does, it'll drop. It'll drop. So we'll be patient on GA. Don't be looking for like crazy entries on there. And then gold, if you guys have been following us on gold for the last week, we have this thing for a solid buy. Weekly bounce right off of support, and through a nice hammer, candlestick. And it also bounced perfectly right off of this weekly trend line, which if you look at the daily, it also threw a railroad pattern right on support and right on that trend line support for the buy. So this was just the first level push. You guys are seeing this live right now. It's the first level push. We got a bullish flag here. I'll clean this up a bit. So we have the bullish flag coming here. There, coming around there. So what's this going to happen? It's going to consolidate like it's been doing, and eventually it's going to pop off going towards that Maya. So we will be looking for buys this week on gold. Gold is definitely the sexiest pair that we have right now that looks the cleanest. So you guys are looking for a pair to trade, gold is definitely like on the map. So just be patient with it. Don't just enter and say I told you to, because I'm not telling you to. I'm just telling you to keep your eyes on it. So don't be that guy or girl that takes a buy right now. Be smart. Be ready. It will shoot up eventually. Just, you got to be patient. So risk management, all that shit. I don't need to tell you that. You should all know it. So be ready. Look for buying a potential on this. So that's what we're looking at this week. The trades we're currently in are ACAD, Chief, JPY, and gold. And I will be looking for potential setups on EA. I like EA. Look at that. It's already breaking. So we'll be seeing how that goes off. And if we do sell this, this will be a long-term sell. Just FYI. This will be a long-term swing, possibly like a week or two. I guess I can't really say it's long-term, but we will be looking for selling opportunities. So with that being said, that concludes tonight's chart analysis. I'll put it up on the recording. And we'll come back tomorrow strong and come in the markets. Understand today is a trap day. So just watch, be ready, get going, and we'll come back tomorrow strong and fucking dominate these pips. So that being said, everyone have a great night. Enjoy the rest of your Sunday. Peace out.